room, we can increase, in general, just nothing that has to exist right now, but things that we hope to see in the future, more women in STEM.
I think in terms of getting more women into STEM, it's actually a very complex problem because on the one hand, want to talk about it, want to solve it, but personally I found the huge amount of focus that was put on it when I first started university actually very harmful. Both my parents are in engineering, my sister was in engineering. I never thought it weird until I got there, and it was like I was being celebrated for just showing up, and that really cheapened a lot of things. It's like I've done a lot of very impressive things in my life, I'd like to think, but being a girl is not one of them. Like, I did not do anything there. There's a lot of things that are really trying to encourage women to come into STEM. When I was in co-op, there'd be certain jobs that would, like, we make an effort to hire women, and that's all great. The biggest problem I actually ran into being a girl in engineering in school was that you'd get one of those jobs, and your male classmates would write it off like, yeah, obviously you got it, you're a girl. And that, like, makes you feel pretty bad. Like, did I just get it because I'm a girl? So imposter syndrome is actually a huge thing amongst women in engineering. I talked to, like, all my female classmates, they all experience it. So I don't have a solution for that, but recognizing that talking about it more isn't always helpful is something to point out.
In what ways is your company inclusive and sort of catering to ensure that sort of harmful stereotypes are being broken?
Growing this team at the start, it was a lot of the same kind of people, personalities, because you tend to hire people that are similar to yourself. Just you have this sort of, you don't even know you're doing it. And as we grow, we're trying to look out for how can we diversify the team, because it's good to have those different perspectives. There's people that we have here from all over the world as well, so it's part of it's just keeping an open mind and looking for the people who are best at what they do ultimately, that can contribute to our company and our culture.
What do you notice that a lot of co-op students that apply don't have, that a company really looks for?
I want to sort of maybe bolster what Lisa's saying. Is one of the hard skills, I think, is not necessarily the technical knowledge, but your sort of how you think, right? Like a lot of what we do here really is about how you think through things and how you express that. So some of the outcomes of that is how you ask questions, how you answer questions, and sort of how you communicate some of that stuff, right? So I know it's sort of like a wishy-washy answer, but that when I interview people, that's sort of what I sort of look out for.
Right? Like, what sort of similarities do you find between like a workspace such as here and working with your FRC team, and also sort of what experiences from your job here can you bring to your FRC team?
As Ray said, you have to love what you do when you're starting a business, but also just coming into work every day. You really have to love what you do. And I can honestly say I love coming into work at Inertia, and it's because of all the similarities that there are with FRC, right? So I started FRC when I was in grade 7, back at Rack and Roll in 2007, so it was a long time ago. But there are just so many similarities between what we do and what you see in a typical build season. So one of the very important messages that some of the higher up ambassadors of FIRST will always give the rookie teams as sort of a pointer is make sure you read your game manual, right? That's number one. Karthik tells you that all the time, right? All those guys tell you that all the time. It's the same thing when we're doing a project, right? We have to know very much what it is that we're going to design before we jump in and start making parts and doing CAD models and things like that. So the process that we go through is quite similar to what you would see in FRC.
Do you believe that the sports you participated in helped prepare you and develop transferable skills that you now use in engineering?
I would say yes, 100%. Actually, I used to figure skate at a pretty competitive level, and that taught me a lot of discipline. I would have to wake up 5 in the morning almost every day to go to the rink to skate and train, and then go to school, and then finish school and come back to the rink and train in the evening as well. And there was competitions, and it was a lot of dedication, a lot of perseverance. there's challenges all the time, constantly teaching myself to learn. And that is all the things that gets carried over into kind of who you are as you grow into an adult. And I've been able to carry that kind of ability to learn and work with a team and just keep pushing into my career eventually.